I mean, what you're talking about there, Stephen, let's say this example of a person using some of your ideas, some of your strategies, making $5,000 in his first week. I mean, if somebody at home is listening, they could be like trying to get a $5,000 raise, from their job. And what you're saying is the potential of being able to bring in that sort of money, the money they'd be trying to get from an employer, perhaps grovelling to their employer to try and get a $5,000 raise, lucky if they could get it. And suddenly you're saying there's this other system, another way that could make this happen almost automatically because you're using the internet to do most of the work for us, but all we're going to do is train our brain.
Yeah, that's it. It's about being introduced to, what it is we know. I mean, people can be on the outside looking in. I'm sure a lot of people look at you, Brett, and they admire you. They look at what it is you're able to do with writing copy and doing seminars and producing products. And it's like, wow, that's amazing, and people may admire you and be like, man, they wish they can do what it is that you do. And the fact is, they can't. They just need to know what it is you do. And instead of trying to sit on the outside and guess what it is you do and try to emulate what it is you do, and there's nothing really wrong with emulating, but what they need to do is they need to come belly to belly with you to a certain extent and learn from you firsthand what it is you're doing, and then take that knowledge, go and execute it, to develop their own personal skill to be able to do what it is you're doing, and then they're going to be able to replicate it, the results, if not equal to yours, probably close, if not better, and start to see and experience for themselves firsthand that, listen, they themselves can do this. Now, if somebody's making $25,000 or $50,000 a year, and they add an extra $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 per year to their, to their pocketbook because of some websites that they put up, I mean, that's a huge, you're talking about a race, that's almost doubling your income, and that's not going to happen for most people where they're working unless they do a completely different, job change to something that's going to give them that much more money. And this is something that could be done part-time, part-time, if you will. And it's fun. It could be done on the weekends. It could be done with your family, by yourself. It can be done sitting in your leisure in front of your computer or your laptop. It can be done in airports. It can be done at your local coffee shop. It can be done, anywhere. That's one of the amazing things. If you have a laptop, if you have access to the internet, you can follow instructions. You can end up building an internet business or internet-based business, that is, from anywhere in the world and reap the same rewards that a lot of us are reaping, again, just by knowing what it is we know. And here's the thing, Brett. When I talk to people, I like to ask people, do you know anybody that's making twice as much as you? And, people say yes. And if somebody says no, I'm like, well, you need to get new friends because we all should know people that make a whole lot more money than us, so that we can learn from them because they've obviously accomplished things and know certain things that we may not necessarily know. And it's not that you don't have friends that are making less than you or equal to you, but it's always good to have somebody that's at that next level. And I ask, okay, so do you know anybody that's making 3 times as much as you? And, people be like, yeah, but, and then I ask both of you, 3 times, matter very life. And so that's why I said, how do you do 3 times? Question of your life is you need marginally the bigger numbers in a very significant way. And that's some of the things that we come together, Brett, with you and with Tom and everybody else when we do these tours to show people is not how you have to go out and make these huge dramatic changes to your life, but how you can, with an extra hour a day or 90 minutes a day, have some fun, start adding these activities to your life, do them consistently with focused effort and with a little patience, you'll start to see this spring of new financial life in your life that just will astound you and just blow you away. And then you're going to really want to go hardcore, and then maybe you'll keep your job, or like some people, you'll end up leaving your job and go full-time. We have a client that, he's gone full-time, and his wife is 30 years old, and she's gone into retirement, so she no longer has to work. And it was all a result of being introduced to very simple strategies that we introduced him to, and he ended up building a whole business around it. And now he travels, has fun, has a full-time business, and, he's living the life however it is he defines it.
Yeah.